Bersatu leaders and members told not to crave for rewards. 5 die after consuming alcoholic drinks. Hello and good afternoon. You're watching News on 2 with me, Muhammad Amin Carlos. Well, our first story for today, Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia, Bersatu leaders and members have been told not to pine for government posts or rewards now that the party is part of the government. Its chairman, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, said that although some may be disappointed that rewards did not come their way after toiling hard for Bersatu and Pakatan Harapan's victory in the 14th general election in May last year, it was something they have to live with.
Dulu kita lihat sebuah parti yang kita kalahkan, apabila mereka mendapat kuasa, maka mereka menyalah kuasa dengan secara tanpa had. Apa saja nak dilakukan oleh mereka, mereka lakukan. Dan ini termasuklah mencuri harta kerajaan, harta rakyat dan sebagainya. Sebaliknya kita membantah penyalahgunaan kuasa seperti itu. Dan dalam manifesto kita pun kita janji bahawa kalau kita dapat mendiri kerajaan, kita tidak akan menggunakan kuasa kerajaan untuk memperkayakan diri kita. Demikianlah janji kita.
Speaking at a Bersatu breaking a fast function at the Putrajaya International Convention Centre last night, Tun Dr. Mahathir said although they did not get anything from the party, but as citizens they would benefit from a well-governed country for which they had worked so hard to achieve. Tun Dr. Mahathir also pointed out that Bersatu will continue to garner the support of the people if it remains clean.
The Pakatan Harapan government wants Malaysia to be known as a country of integrity and anti-corruption in the international arena. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said following this, the government has taken several initiatives after winning the 14th general election last year by setting up the Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption Centre or GIACC, as well as the National Anti-Corruption Plan NACP 2019-2023 on 28th January this year.
Speaking during a breaking a fast with Malaysians in Geneva, Switzerland, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah said the government also has to introduce cost-cutting measures while ensuring the country is well-governed and the well-being of the people is taken care of.
Kalau kita potong semua ni, apakah kebajikan masyarakat tergedala ataupun terjejas? Tidak. Kita mahukan apa-apa yang program kita. Saya daripada Kementerian Wanita pun kita ada program Aisuri. Aisuri ini adalah simpanannya, something like KWSP for housewives who are not in the formal sector.
Nonetheless, she said the initiatives would be the foundation for changes as pledged by the Pakatan Harapan government. Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah is currently on a 3-day working visit to Switzerland to head the Malaysian delegation to the 6th Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction or GPDRR.
Well, past Secretary General Datuk Taqiyuddin Hassan's statement questioning if Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is fit to be Prime Minister since he is a former convict has been described as irresponsible, especially coming from a leader of reputable position. Now, PKR Deputy President Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin Ali, who said this, reiterated that the statement is unfair as the PKR President has been granted a royal pardon by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong.
Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin said the people are well aware that the charge against Datuk Seri Anwar is politically motivated. Although people have differing political views, he said it is imperative that Malaysians must stick to the facts, as it is a fact that the crisis of Datuk Seri Anwar's wrongful imprisonment was well resolved in the interests of the nation.
Saya kira kenyataan ini satu kenyataan yang tidak bertanggungjawab dan tidak adil, kerana umum sedia maklum bahawa pertuduhan terhadap Datuk Seri Anwar semenjak 1998 itu merupakan pertuduhan politik yang akhirnya telah membawa kepada pengampunan penuh oleh Yang di-Pertuan Agong.
Speaking at a Sandakan by-election campaign last Wednesday, Dato' Taqiyuddin questioned whether the people wanted a former convict like Dato' Sri Anwar as Prime Minister.
The coroner's court was told that there would be 2 deaths if firefighter Muhammad Adib Muhammad Kazim was pulled from the Emergency Medical Rescue Service or EMRS unit van in a riot incident at the Sri Mahamariamman Temple in November last year. Now, Kuala Lumpur Hospital or HKL forensic expert Dr. Ahmad Hafizam Hazmi said the perpetrator who pulled Muhammad Adib out of the vehicle would also be in danger as they were at the dangerous zone at the left side of the EMRS van. Now, Dr. Ahmad Hafizam, who is also the 24th witness, said both the perpetrator and Muhammad Adib were also exposed to serious injuries that could lead to death if such situation had taken place. He also disagreed with some of the theories presented by Professor Dr. Shahrom Abdul Wahid, who is also the 29th witness pertaining to Muhammad Adib's death. Dr. Ahmad Hafizam, in his summary, said Professor Dr. Shahrom's theory did not correspond with the pattern of injuries sustained by the victim, who was clinically examined during a post-mortem performed by HKL's forensic department head, Dr. Ahmad Shah Mahmud. He said Professor Dr. Shahrom's theory only highlighted certain injuries on the upper and right arm of Muhammad Adib, apart from the fact that injury did not fit the short period in which the victim was injured, while reiterating the findings that Muhammad Adib got down from the vehicle by himself during the incident. Well, Dato' Sri Najib Tun Razak and former Treasury Secretary General Tan Sri Muhammad Irwan Siddique Abdullah's joint trial over 6 criminal breach of trust or CBT charges involving 6.64 billion ringgit will begin in January next year. Now, High Court Judge Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali said the dates for the 48 days of the trial to run from January until April. Now, the trial is known as the International Petroleum Investment Company, or IPIC trial, which is part of the larger One Malaysia Development Berhad 1MDB scandal. Dato' Sri Najib's lawyer, Harvinderjit Singh, along with Tan Sri Muhammad Irwan's defense counsel, Dato' K. Kumarendran, agreed to the date after taking into consideration the Chinese New Year holidays in January and Dato' Sri Najib's other joint trial with former 1MDB Chief Executive Arul Kanda Kandasamy over the tempering of the final federal audit report of the investment firm. Last week, Judge Muhammad Nazlan had set December up to February next year as tentative trial dates without confirming actual dates after initial case management had put the IPIC trial to run from early June. On 25th October last year, Dato' Sri Najib and Tan Sri Muhammad Irwan pleaded not guilty to the 6 counts of CBT, where they were jointly charged in their capacity as the Finance Minister and the Treasury Secretary General. Lembaga Tabung Haji is still waiting for a decision from the Saudi Arabian government on their request for an additional 10,000 Hajj quota this year. And its Chief Executive Officer, Dato' Sri Zuhri Samad, said Tabung Haji had sent a formal letter to the Saudi Arabian authorities on this matter, while Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dato' Sri Dr. Mujahid Yusuf Rawa, had also gone to Saudi Arabia to discuss it.
Walau apapun, kita masih berusaha lagi dengan pihak kerajaan Saudi untuk memberi kita kuota tambahannya. Kita telah mengutuskan surat dan Yang Berhormat Menteri sendiri pun telah pergi ke Arab Saudi berjumpa dengan Menteri Haji untuk kita menambah kuota tambahan banyak 10,000 lagi. Kalau dapat, insya-Allah.
Speaking to reporters at a briefing session on Tabung Haji issues at the Ministry of Communications and Multimedia in Putrajaya, Datuk Sri Zukri said the official quota given by Saudi Arabia to Malaysia this year was 30,200. At the same time, Datuk Sri Zukri said a total of 91,000 new accounts were opened in the first quarter of this year and 4.3 billion ringgit in new deposits was recorded. However, he added that for the same period, 4.6 billion ringgit savings were withdrawn, and he believed these were panic withdrawals by the account holders resulting from the problems faced by Tabung Haji as announced by the government at the end of last year.
Well, Perak Health, Consumers Affairs, Civil Society, National Integration and Human Resource Committee Chairman A. Sivanesan said that a total of 5 men had died of suspected methanol poisoning in Perak. Well, he said the victims were 3 foreigners and 2 locals who died after consuming alcoholic drinks.
Sivanesan said the Perak Health Department has received notification of 13 cases of methanol poisoning cases in the state, among them in Kentar District, Kuala Kangsar and Batang Padang starting from 30th April to 12th May, involving 5 deaths.
Terdapat 5 kematian akibat keracunan metanol hingga 12 Mei 2019, di mana semuanya adalah lelaki, yang terlibat lagi 3 warga asing dan 2 warga Malaysia. Terkini terdapat 2 kes yang masih dirawat di hospital-hospital di negeri Perak.
According to Sivanesan, a total of 13 samples have been sent to the lab to test for methanol and ethanol, and authorities are waiting for the results. Sivanesan said that so far 198 premises selling alcohol have been inspected statewide this year, with 4 compounds worth 12,000 ringgit issued for labelling errors. He added that a total of 90 alcohol products worth almost 900 ringgit have also been seized for not complying with the Food Regulations 1985.
We're still in the Silver State as the body of an elderly woman was found in a field near an apartment in Bersham, Ipoh, Perak yesterday. Ipoh Police Chief ACP Muhammad Ali Tambi said the dead woman, aged in her late 80s, was found by passers-by at about 2:30 p.m.
ACP Muhammad Ali said police found the body fully clothed, adding that there were cuts and scratches on the body. However, he said no identification documents were found on her.
Jadi kita telah mengejarkan pasukan polis kita kemari tidak lama sejurus selepas itu, dan kita mendapati satu mayat perempuan lewat usia dalam 80-an lah yang berada di situ dan masih lengkap lagi dengan berpakaian, dan ada kesan-kesan darah sedikit dan cala-cala di seluruh badan.
Speaking to reporters at the scene, ACP Muhammad Ali said based on preliminary investigation, police have not found any criminal element and the case has been classified as sudden death. He said the body has been sent to Raja Permaisuri Banun Hospital's forensic department for post-mortem, and people with missing family members are urged to come forward to assist investigations.
Now, Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB has introduced the smart meter system, the pilot project for which TNB successfully rolled out in Malacca in the Klang Valley this year, with subsequent expansion into other parts of the country. Now, its Chief Executive Officer Amir Hamza Azizan said the company is currently engaging with service providers who are able to deliver and install the number of smart meters that TNB needs.
According to Amir, the smart meters are able to increase the value-added services offered by TNB to consumers through the ability to detect any electronic supply disruption electronically. He said duration of supply distribution can be shortened as the recovery of electricity can be done proactively and faster, as the location of disruption can be identified before reports or complaints are made by the user.
Redressed in terms of what is the actual consumption that the consumer is and should be paying. Yeah? So there are cases of that's happening into the system, the real actual cost.
Speaking in a press conference after the company's annual general meeting in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Amir said that a total of 250,000 smart meters had been installed in stages in Malacca.
While complaints regarding online scams are expected to rise due an increase of related businesses. And to date, among the total of complaints received by the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, 23% involve complaints against online fraud.
Minister Dato Sri Saifuddin Nasution said among the 23% of complaints, a majority concern the prices of goods and misleading advertising.
Pada mula-mula saya menjadi menteri, Julai 2018, online cheating ini ada pendudukan nombor 7, nombor 8. Sekarang pantas. Saya jangka it is a matter of time sebelum aduan online cheating ini dia overtake aduan harga barang. Satunya platform yang kita ada adalah Tribunal Tuntutan Pengguna.
Measures have been proposed to overcome the problem of online fraud, such as to increase the amount of a fine to a minimum of 50,000 ringgit against any company or individual involved. Dato Sri Saifuddin Nasution said this while launching the Pay4 application developed by Percetakan Nasional Malaysia Berhad, PNMB, in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. Pay4 is an app to help build innovating products and solutions to augment and assist current needs from both businesses and direct users.
Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry Minister Dato Salahuddin Ayub said the supply of meat is sufficient to support the demand of consumers throughout this Ramadan season.
According to Dato Salahuddin, the ministry is working together with the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry to ensure that consumers buy supplies at reasonable prices.
Saya dimaklumkan oleh kementerian insya-Allah dan alhamdulillah bekalan kita cukup. Dan cuma MOA dan juga KDN HAP akan bekerjasama dari segi memastikan bahawa rakyat akan dapat membeli harga barangan dengan harga yang menasabah pada musim perayaan ini.
Dato Salahuddin said this at a Buka Puasa event held in Putrajaya. In another development, all agencies under the ministry have been ordered to make mango harumanis and a must-have food item for the breaking of fast and sahur throughout Ramadan. The order is consistent with the ministry's efforts to help expand the harumanis industry, especially in Perlis.
Local scene, former national swimmer Nurul Huda Abdullah has been appointed Deputy Chef de Mission 2 for the 2019 SEA Games in the Philippines to assist CDM Dato Magad Zulkarnain Umar Den. Now, the appointment of the 1989 SEA Games sportswoman was announced by Olympic Council of Malaysia OCM President Dato Sri Muhammad Norza Zakaria after chairing the OCM Executive Board meeting at Wisma OCM in Kuala Lumpur.
OCM had previously announced National Sports Institute Chief Executive Officer Ahmad Fadzal Mad Ramli as Deputy Chef de Mission 1. Dato Sri Muhammad Norza described the three individuals as a solid combination as they all had interesting backgrounds which would come in handy to the national contingent during the Games.
Pemilihan berdasarkan kita telah mempunyai satu komiti yang dipengerusikan oleh Tan Sri Maknur Rahim yang telah shortlistkan kandidat-kandidat dan sebelum ini pun kandidat-kandidat seperti Datuk Megat kita pilih daripada list tersebut dan dalam list tersebut kita beberapa nama tadi telah dikemukakan dan kita telah bersetuju dengan cadangan bahawa Puan Nurul Huda diberi tanggungjawab itu. Kerana hari itu kita bagi kepada kerajaan untuk memilih, iaitu Kementerian Belia dan Sukan, satu lagi di peringkat kami.
He also said that Nurul Huda is the best person to inspire the national athletes with a record of 23 SEA Games gold medals, as well as the first Malaysian athlete to win medals at the Asian Games and Asian Swimming Championships.
And in the local football scene, Johor Darul Ta'zim JDT widened the gap at the top of the standings to 8 points after earning a 2-0 win over closest rivals Pahang, and now looks set to retain the Super League title and a return to the AFC Champions League group stage in 2020 last night.
It was a 5 points gap going into the match, which ultimately turned into 8, stretching JDT's lead at the top of the table thanks to goals from Haris Harun and Akhia Rashid. 9 rounds of matches still left to be played, but all signs are pointing firmly towards the title remaining in Johor for the 6th straight season. If the Southern Tigers maintains their consistency for the rest of the season, they will not have to wait until match day 22nd to secure their 6th straight league title. Harris put in another massive performance in the middle of the pitch, leading by example as proven when he was the one leading the breakaway that led to him calmly slotting past Helmi Eleza after Akir found him with an accurate pass from the right. Akir then made sure of all 3 points for JDT when he easily headed home to leave Helmi Eleza flat-footed. The consistency that JDT have shown this season is an incredible feat, and the latest win undeniably sets them up for the unprecedented stranglehold of the league title.
Over in Perak Stadium in Ipoh, Perak whipped younger brother PKNPFC 3-1 with goals from their Brazilian imports Ryan Anderson da Costa Moraes, or better known as Careca, and Ronaldo Enrique Silva.
Perak opened the scoring as early as the 7th minute after Careca capitalized on a mistake by the PKNP defense. Mehmet Durakovic's boys didn't stop there and added another goal following a foul by Amani Sanchez Aguinaldo on Muhammad Nur Hakim in the box in the 29th minute. Silva coolly slotted home the resulting penalty. PKNP reduced the gap in the 37th minute through a Yashir Pinto header, but Perak retained that 2-goal lead when a free kick from Nazirul Naim was easily flicked in by Careca to make it 3-1. Meanwhile, at the Kuala Lumpur Stadium, the hosts grab all 3 points following an upset 2-1 win over PKNS. PKNS took the lead in the 5th minute through Romel Morales, but the City Boys veteran striker Indra Putra Mahayudin equalized in the 28th minute before Muslim Ahmad clinched the 3 points with the winning goal. Over at the Sultan Ismail Nasiruddin Shah Stadium in Kuala Terengganu, PJ City FC came from behind to stun hosts Terengganu. Trailing 3-0 in the first half, PJ City ran riot in the second half to grab 5 goals without reply.
That concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, 5 die after consuming alcoholic drinks containing methanol. Well, join us again at 7 this evening for more updates. Till then, I'm Mohammed Amin Carlos, and from all of us here, thank you for watching.